Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and we had another fantastic matchup between the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild, where the Dallas Shooting Stars stomp all over the Minnesota Wild because they whooped them 7-3 last night. What a game. The series is tied 1-1 now, and let's talk about it. Now, I gotta be honest with you. I will level with you. I am the Hockey Show, and I know best. And I gotta tell you, I like all the teams. I like them all. I gotta be honest. I mean, I'm a fan of all of them for a certain reason. But in in playoffs, though, I'd pick one team or the other. I actually really like the Dallas Stars, and the Minnesota Wild have got me heated, and I can't stand them anymore. So it brings me great joy to see them lose 7-3 this game. But let's get over that anyways. This time, speed and skill won the race between these two teams. Yet last game between them, I think the physicality that Minnesota brought is the key to their success, right? I said that in my video, is that they need to bring that tenacity. The physicality is what, when you're bigger than someone, you got to overpower them to win. If you're smaller than you, or faster and skilled, whatever, you get it, that you got to bring them to your level or go above their level, right? And that is what Minnesota did in game one. They brought them down. The Stars had to play to the Wild's game. The Wild were tumbling over them, and that's what was generating their opportunities. When they go into the corners, the Wild are able to outpower the Dallas Stars guys, and that's what gets them those opportunities to score. And it works, and Ottinger was usually there to make the save in last game and this one now. So the Stars this game, though, they knew what was coming. I mean, I think they knew what was coming in game 1 too. But that fire from that overtime loss, I think really pushed them over the edge, and it would have done first to me. And I think this is the exact point that I made in my videos now, is that that overtime loss is a heart burner. That is a soul-wrenching loss, and that is something you want to redeem yourself from. Toronto's loss, that's different. They lost 7-3 in a abysmal fashion, looking horrendous. Minnesota loses this one. I'll talk more about it towards the end, but this 7-3 isn't as bad. But that overtime loss, you think like, wow, how do you come back after that? Well, this is how. You use that fire to put it into your step. Use that extra anger that you have to skate just that little inch harder, turn around, make that pass, score a goal, right? That is what Dallas just did tonight. So let's go through the rest of the game. Dallas Stars to start the game were absolutely hot. They were ready to go, ready to redeem themselves. Sure, they got a penalty, but guess what? Roope Hintz goes down the ice and just scores the goal. Just simple as that. Just goes down, shoot it. It's in the back of the net. Roope Hintz, just an absolute stud showing up in this one. That was one thing commentators said as well, that the top guys of the Stars, yeah, Robertson got a goal, but I felt like the big guys like Roope Hintz were kind of quiet, but he shows up tonight in a loud fashion. Good job for Roope, and wouldn't be his first one of the night. Sagan then on the power play in Joe Pavelski's spot, since he was not able to play today. I don't think he has a concussion. Watching the hit, I think he's fine, but I think they have to do the evaluation still to be able to determine and whatever. I don't know. But regardless, Tyler Sagan in his spot, and he does the Joe Pavelski thing to do and tips it into the back of the net. Perfect goal for Tyler Sagan there. 2-0. Now, Dallas is hot, right? But it's not like Minnesota was, like, absolutely terrible, right? They did get a couple of their chances, their physicality working out sometimes. A lot of times what would happen is, like, a guy like Matt Boldy would get the puck after, like, an overpower session. They'd skate in and try to go, like, forehand, backhand, and score one-on-one with Ottinger, but there's not enough room, not enough speed, and Ottinger's just incredible. But they do score a goal, and this one does come to their physical advantage, I think. So the play is that the Wild going into the zone. Matt Dumba's jumping up on the play. He sucks in a defenseman. So Dumba's crashing the net. He sucks in a defenseman, and he's a defenseman himself. So he's jumping up on the play, which is not really what the Stars are, expecting really. And the other wild is, I forget who it was, and I feel so foolish for not remembering it now. But he's bringing the puck into the zone. He sends it, and Oscar Sundquist, who was scratched in game 1, big guy, I think he's 6'5", is in front of Rupe Hintz, and Hintz just can't do anything about it. He's not going to be able to push him. He's not going to be able to stick check him. His body's in the way, and I think he's a lefty, so his stick's over here. Rupe Hintz is behind him. There's nothing he can do. Bad defense by Rupe Hintz. I think what happened is that the one defenseman sucked into the guy with the puck. The other one goes to Matt Dumba, and Rupe Hintz, who's not a terrible two-way forward, but can't really do anything about it, and it's just a simple backdoor goal, nothing that the Dallas Stars can really do about it, and that is the type of goals that Minnesota needs to look for. I just kicked in my entire set. The Minnesota Wild, what they need to do is we know that they need to use their physical advantage, but these are kind of the situations that it really pays off. You grind out the goals. You're not going to score 7 goals against the Dallas Stars, but what you can do is get those 3-2 wins, and that's how they're going to win this series, is like those game 1s. These type of games where Dallas takes over is how Dallas wins, and they could also win those other ones because they're the overdog. The Wild, they only it's kind of interesting to think about, is Minnesota can win one type of way, Dallas can win 2, and that's kind of makes the underdog Cinderella story versus the updog. What's updog? Anyways, Minnesota basically underdog in this one, and they score a good goal for them. First period was mostly Stars, I gotta say. I mean, they were just on a run, but the second period, Stars got even hotter. They just wanted to get more vengeance against them, and they do. They sure do. Power play goals for Jamie Benn, who is a good one. Another one for Dadonov. Oh, my God. Dadonov's goal. I tuned in. I didn't see the Benn goal. I gotta be, live, but I jumped over from the Panthers and Bruins game going on, or whatever game was happening. I jumped back over, and the first thing I saw was 3 players skating down the ice, 3-on-1. The crowd's going nuts. Pass back, shot, rebound, shot. I think another rebound, and then finally back in the net. Great goal for the Dallas Stars, and these are the type of goals that really get your team going. Because once that happens, the Minnesota Wild defensemen are thinking back there, okay, I got to be ready to be back. But when you're going back in the zone, yeah, you can catch up to the other players. But when you give that little extra more space, so that being in preparation, that gives guys like Dadonov to get a little bit more steps in, get that speed up, and it gets everyone more scared. The crowd's momentum feeding into the Dallas Stars. The sea of freaking green is amazing to see, that those Stars, and the Stars actually just having the jets, the legs to pull these type of plays off all the time is got to be scary for the defenseman and Marc-Andre Fleury in net, who I think is an interesting choice. And I actually said that I think they should go back and forth and see who's playing better, so I guess they got their choice for Game 3 set. But anyways, that's got to be a scary thing for that goal. But Minnesota strikes back with 2 goals of their own. I think one was on the power play, the other one was not. 4-3, they come back, and this is what's scary for a team like the Stars, is that you can't let this type of team come back, because the Wild seem like spoilers, and that's kind of what they did in Game 1. I feel like they kind of are like, yes, we're going to be the team that's going to shut down your happiness, right? Like, they seem like buzzkills, and I don't know why, but they just rub me like that. Not the players, but like the team's like style of play. It's like, yes, you can get in front of us, but we're going to stop your momentum, and we're just going to make everything stop. We're going to just punch you in the face and then go score a goal. And it works out here, 4-3. It worked out in Game 1, but that was the best ever it was going to be. Dallas did not slow down. They retaliate quickly, getting a power play, and Dadonov again with the tip-in. Perfect tip, the Heiskanen with the assist. He just skates over, looks, and then all the players on the ice are going this way. Dadonov's over here, and Heiskanen notices that, sends it that way. Everyone's going that. Even the goalie's looking this way for some reason, because he's skating, looking this way. I'm now not even looking at the camera. But Dadonov, perfect tip into the back of the net, and then Fleury, pokes, the Fleury pokes. Rupe Hintz gets another breakaway off the board, skating up the ice. He just picks it up. He's going in. Fleury, trying to do his Vegas style of hockey, goes for the flying poke check, but Rupe Hint sees it coming the whole way. I think he was ready in preparation for it to happen. And he says the second he saw Fleury go for it, the second Fleury got this glove higher up on the stick to go for it, he saw and he was like, okay, bam, and right past him. So great goal for Rupe Hintz there, getting the second of the night. Or was that his hat trick? No, that wasn't his hat trick. So great goal for Rupe Hintz. Bad one for Marc-Andre Fleury. And that is what I want to talk about right now, is Marc-Andre Fleury's choice. I mean, I think it's a good one. Gustafsson, yes, he did have a lot of saves in Game 1, was solid. But Marc-Andre Fleury, they were going back and forth. They were a combo the entire season, and I think it is a smart choice to give each one an opportunity to shine. Maybe Fleury is the key to winning this game. Maybe he isn't. I don't blame Fleury on this game, though. This is not his fault. Maybe the Rupe Hintz goals, maybe both of them because it's a breakaway, but at the same time, Hintz is pretty good on the breakaway, and it's a breakaway nonetheless, and I don't know. I don't blame this on Fleury. As much as a person, like a casual hockey fan like my mother, would probably be like, oh, it's Fleury's fault. They lost 7-3. But no, I don't blame this one on Fleury. I think it was the Wild as a whole, especially going into the third, because Minnesota seemed absolutely dead at this point. They looked like Toronto at the end. They started, they're not playing like Toronto, like they just have given up, but they definitely had lost their edge to trying to win. They definitely felt like that 3-4 score was like, oh, we're back in it, and then they just got tossed over again. And Fleury, sloppy, I gotta say. I felt like they were just kind of like Fleury was being. The Stars kept getting their chances to shoot, and there would be the scrambles, and Fleury was just all over the place. The defense weren't clearing the puck. It just seems like no one was getting anything together. In Dallas, they're just playing to finish the game at this point, and Rupe Hintz gets his hat trick, though. I gotta be completely honest, I don't remember how it happened. I don't know why, but I just don't. And Dallas finishes out the game 7-3, making the series tied up, and I gotta say, through the first two games, they've definitely been the better team. Overall, Dallas in both games, I think they should have won Game 1, but the Minnesota's edge and Gustafsson held them over and got them the win. And overall in this game, Stars were prepared. Stars were prepared for the Wild's shenanigans, and they were ready for it. And they were ready to redeem themselves from Game 1, and they sure did with this one. They've got all the momentum, but the thing is they're going back to Minnesota, the hockey state, which I don't believe, because if they were the hockey state, the people would care a little bit more about the Wild, and the Wild suck. So there we go. I just said it. Anyways, Minnesota, they looked out of their league in this game, and I know it's like, what? This isn't me being biased, but I'm just saying. They looked out of their league in this one, and Dallas just looked so in charge. And overall, I think the fire was there, but Dallas was, whatever. What the hell does I write? Dallas was nuclear. Dallas was nuclear, and they were ready to go. Dallas, they just got to keep the fire going, and really overall, just don't sink to Minnesota shenanigans. Just play your speed, and you should be solid. Minnesota, you need to find a way to get that physicality back up. You're not going to be able to match them on skill. It's just not going to happen. Even if your team is fully healthy, there's no way that your team matches them on skill. Kaprizov sure could get you a couple goals, but if you want to score, if you ditch the defense and you go for skill, Dallas is going to beat you 8-7. That's just the way it is. So you got to figure out a way to get them into that Game 1 again, where you steal those 3-2 wins, where your physicality just outdoes Dallas, and that is the key there. So that is all I got to say. My prediction for the rest of the series is I think Dallas is still going to win it, and that is all I got to say. So thank you for watching this. If you've made it this far, I'm begging you, please pick up your free subscription. I'm begging you. And until next time, too sweet, have an amazing day, and ta-ta for now.